episode 2, why fathers feel awkward about discussing sex education with their children. So this is I'm Mercy Ebele. I create family-oriented content. We advocate sex education. I'm a sex education instructor. I'm a teacher. Okay, so we talk about things that can better tutor you and things that can help our family to wax stronger. So today I've introduced the topic to you. Today we want to look at why fathers feel awkward in teaching their daughters sex education. Why some fathers, okay, let me put it that way, because there are some fathers that are doing pretty well in these areas. So those fathers that have taken out their time to teach their children sex education, be it male or female, taking out time from their busy schedule to do this, thank you. I appreciate. You're doing a great job and you're doing a good job. You are imparting the next generation that will bring out another generation that will be responsible. So thank you for doing your duties well. Thank you for imparting better knowledge on these children. So if you've not watched part 1 of what are some reasons why some fathers feel awkward in teaching their daughters sex education, go and watch it. And if you've not watched our videos on a question that a mother asked, I know it is important for me to teach sex education to my sons, but it seems very hard. Watch that video and see the suggestions we gave to that mother on how to proceed. That suggestion can equally help the father on how to proceed. But we were going to pull out a video to tell you ways you can conquer this awkwardness that we'll be mentioning in this video and the previous video that we made. Thank you for joining us. So point number 1 I want to talk about. Number 1 awkwardness is protective instinct. You know, fathers can be very protective of their daughters. They love their daughters so much that they protect them from every harm, every danger that is coming. So that protective instinct makes them to protect them from discussing this topic. They feel that, why will my daughter have to learn sexuality from me? Why will my daughter have to learn a lot about sex education from me? Will it not predispose the child to put him at a bad edge? Will it not make him to be sexually active? Will I not be exposing him to sexuality in general? That instinct, that fatherly instinct makes them to feel awkward. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is lack of knowledge. They feel that I am not prepared for this. I lack knowledge on this area. I don't know what to say. How do I put it? I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough energy to talk about this topic. That is one thing that affects them. Makes it very awkward in discussing sex education with their daughters. Do you think these points are genuine? Do you think the points are right? Okay, if you said it's right, give me a yes below the comment box. Okay, then another thing is awkwardness in father-daughter talks. Awkwardness in father-daughter talks or in father-daughter dynamics. So the relationship that a father and a daughter have sometimes can be very reserved, sometimes might not be reserved, but most especially on issues, topics, particularly on intimate topics. You see that father-daughter dynamics, it makes the topic very awkward, because most times the relationship daughters have with their fathers are reserved. Most times the discussion fathers have with their daughters is provision of material things, being there to take care of their needs, supporting them, being there when they are bullied, protecting them in their own space. But that energy to talk about intimate, sensitive topics like sex education, that father-daughter dynamics always puts a boundary, a block, a fence. It's it's not always flowing very well. That's what I think. Okay, you might give me your thoughts below the comment box, but that's my thoughts. Now, the last reason I want to give on this last episode, because we have episode 1, is fear of encouraging sexual misbehavior. Fear of encouraging sexual misbehavior. You know, some of us come with a baggage about sex education, that when you teach a child sex education, it makes a child to be sexually active very early. But research have found out that those who were pre-informed, those who understand sex education, were better equipped not to be sexually active at a very young age. But because of fear of encouraging sexual misbehavior, some fathers feel it's awkward to teach their daughters sex education. So they feel they should learn at default. They should learn on the go. The school should teach them. The environment should teach them. Whichever angle they learn it, it's okay, provided they should not be sexually active early. That shouldn't be the conclusion. Teach them. Let them be on the know. That will put them at a better edge to know what and what to do. Okay? So, I've mentioned 4 points on this episode. 1, protective instinct between a father and a child and a daughter. Lack of knowledge about the sensitive topic of sex education. Not having enough resources. 3, awkwardness in father-daughter dynamics. And then finally, fear of encouraging mixed behavior, sexual mixed behavior. Thinking that your child will become sexually active early because you taught the child sex education. These are awkwardness that some fathers, remember I said some fathers, not all fathers, but majority of the time, the population that feel this awkwardness are more than those who take the bull by the horn and teach it. So, our encouragement on this page is, no matter the gender you have as a child, no matter the gender you are a caregiver to, it is important to teach sex education. Okay, so we have talked about how mothers can teach sex education to their boys. We are on a journey to a series on how fathers can teach sex education to their daughters. So we have looked at the awkwardness. Next episode, we will look at how you're going to overcome this awkwardness and how you will be able to teach sex education to your daughters. Those areas you feel you cannot teach, there are resources that can help you. There are people you can refer them to. And those areas you think you can be part of, you should do your duty. Do your due diligence, do your research, and please be a proper guide to your daughters. Fathers, be a proper guide to your daughters. Thank you for joining me on our episode today. Why fathers? Some things that makes fathers feel awkward in teaching their daughters sex education. Are you new to the page? Are you new to the channel? If you're not following us and you think there is something you can learn from us, follow us. If you think there are teenagers out there that can learn from us, if you think there are parents this information can help, our information can help some parents, refer the page to them, share the information with them. Okay, we'll have your best interest at heart. Remember, we create family-oriented content and we got your back. We want to develop our tutor you and we want to better our tutor you. I am your friend in prosperity. I am your friend in teaching your children sex education. Come along as we discuss other issues that will be beneficial to your children, to your family, and to you as an individual. I'll see you in the next.